In a disheartening incident that unfolded recently, a police officer, entrusted with the duty to protect and serve, shockingly refused assistance to an elderly victim in need. This distressing episode sheds light on the challenges and ethical considerations within law enforcement, sparking discussions about the responsibilities of those sworn to uphold justice, especially when faced with vulnerable members of society. Subscribe now to stay tuned to this eye-opening narrative and many more gripping stories. Let's delve into the details of this troubling situation and explore the implications it holds for community trust and the expectations placed on our law enforcement officials. In the midst of a desperate plea for assistance during a lunch break, his plea for assistance clashed with the ticking clock, and despite the distressing situation, Jansen held steadfast to the notion that the remaining minutes of his break were more valuable. Officer Ricky, on the other hand, displayed a contrasting sense of duty, choosing to intervene and assist Mr. Tompkins.
Help! Help! Someone!
Did you hear that?
No. And you know why? I still got 5 minutes left on my lunch break.
Someone, please help!
Man, are you seriously not gonna do anything?
Relax, Ricky. We're off the clock.
Man, I got it.
Rookie.
Hey, stop right there. Sir, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Did he take anything?
No, thanks to you.
Jensen, come on, go catch him.
I ain't chasing him on a full stomach. That's how you cramp up.
All right, then you stay here with this gentleman and I'll go catch him.
Forget about it. The new chief is briefing the squad in 10 minutes, and I'm not trying to be stuck working a dead case.
But it's our job.
Not when it's on our lunch break, it's not.
You're not gonna let him get away.
Look, that guy is all the way to China by now. And besides, I don't get paid enough to be chasing some punk, Pops.
You're at least gonna file a report, though, right?
Not a chance.
What? You can't just do nothing?
Watch me.
Jensen, you can't pretend like that didn't just happen.
Let me explain it to you real slow, rookie. If we file a report and don't catch the guy, it drops my arrest rate, and then I'll be stuck working night shift. It's a lose-lose.
Nah, I don't accept that. I've always believed in helping people no matter what. That's the whole reason why I became a cop.
Well, good luck to you trying to save the world, rookie. I'm sure it'll work real well with you.
I'm sorry about that. He's just...
Yeah, he's very unhelpful.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. All that matters is that you're safe. Regardless of what he said, when I take you to the police station, we'll file a report, you give us a description, maybe we'll find the guy.
Absolutely. We just can't sit back and let the criminals take over the neighborhood.
That's right. Good. The police station's just up a few blocks. I'm gonna help you get there.
Oh, okay.
As the narrative unfolded, it became apparent that Officer Janson's priorities were not aligned with the urgency of the situation. While Ricky managed to ensure Mr. Tompkins's immediate safety, the lingering sense of frustration lingered, raising questions about the officer's commitment to public service. The subsequent police briefing, led by the new chief, added layers to the story. The chief's personal connection to the community, shared through the tragic incident involving his elderly mother, provided insight into the motivation behind the proposed community outreach unit. This revelation offered a glimpse into the chief's determination to address the rising crime rates and bridge the gap between law enforcement and the citizens they served.
Let's get started. Is everyone here?
Everyone except Officer Robbins, sir. He isn't big on punctuality.
Well, that's unfortunate for Officer Robbins. The old way of doing business around here is going to change. Crime rates are soaring, and it's up to us to bring those numbers down. As such, I'm going to create a new unit that's going to be focused on community outreach and protecting the vulnerability of elderly citizens in the area. This is an important and very personal project for me. Just last month, my 84-year-old mother was viciously attacked and robbed in broad daylight. She did not survive.
Really sorry for your loss, sir. That would have never happened on my beat.
My mother lived in this neighborhood most of her life. It used to be a beacon of hope in the city. But unfortunately, that's not the case anymore. The new unit's goal is to restore the citizens' faith in what we do. So my first order of business will be to name one of you to lead that very unit.
Allow me to say, sir, I've always believed in reaching out directly to the people of this community, especially the elderly who are more vulnerable. Protecting them is actually why I became a police officer.
The appointment of Officer Robbins as the leader of this new unit was met with a blend of surprise and skepticism among the officers. The chief's emphasis on community engagement and the need to rebuild trust underscored the gravity of the situation. Officer Jensen's reassignment to the night shift added a layer of consequence to the narrative, showcasing the chief's commitment to accountability within the force.
So as I was saying before I was interrupted, I made my decision as to who should be the new leader of the unit.
Chief, the gentleman you're waiting for, he's here now.
Perfect. Please send him in. I've asked my mother's neighbor and my former Little League coach to come to speak to us on behalf of the community. I want you all to show the highest level of respect to this man. He's earned it. And I want you all to listen to his concern. He's lived here for a long, long time.
I think it'd be good to hear from a local to see how we can improve the police force.
Charles, look at you, all grown up. Looking sharp in that uniform.
Great seeing you, Mr. Tompkins. Great seeing you.
Same here, same here. Oh, Officer Robbins. It's nice seeing you again. You know, that officer is one of the good ones, Charles.
Is that so?
Yes. Oh, look who's trying to fly away once again.
Sir, it's not like that. And about what happened earlier,
What happened earlier?
You know, that officer, he avoided all of my calls for help. Even let the guy who attacked me get away.
Come again?
It's like he didn't even care. Said he was off the clock. You know, if Officer Robbins hadn't stepped in to help me, I could have been hurt or worse.
It's not like that, Chief. And I didn't hear him. I swear I didn't.
Nonsense. He heard everything I said. I also heard him tell his partner, don't bother about filling a report.
Is that so? Officer Robbins, were you late because you were helping Mr. Tompkins?
Yes, sir. I've always been a deep believer in trying to help people, so I had to see if the situation was safe.
Well, thank you, Officer Robbins, for making my decision easy. If you put in the same amount of effort, I would like to appoint you to be the new leader of the unit.
The objections and murmurs among the officers at the chief's decisions reflected the internal dynamics of the police station, hinting at potential conflicts and alliances within the force. Despite the uncertainties, Officer Robbins gracefully accepted the leadership role, expressing a genuine desire to contribute meaningfully to the community. This moment marked a turning point in Robbins' career and hinted at the challenges and responsibilities that awaited him in his new role. This incident serves as a microcosm of the challenges faced by law enforcement agencies in fostering public trust. The duty of a police officer extends beyond the constraints of a schedule or personal preferences. It involves a commitment to protecting and serving the community, especially those most vulnerable, such as the elderly victim in this case. The fallout from this incident goes beyond the immediate consequences. It prompts a reevaluation of the training, values, and priorities instilled in law enforcement officers. Community-oriented policing, empathy, and a genuine commitment to public safety must take precedence over bureaucratic concerns or individual preferences. In response to such incidents, there is a growing call for reform within police departments. Advocates argue for a renewed focus on community engagement, empathy training, and a reassessment of the criteria for selecting and retaining officers. The goal is to create a law enforcement culture that is not only effective in crime prevention, but is also deeply rooted in a sense of duty and responsibility towards the community it serves. As discussions surrounding this incident unfold, it becomes clear that it is not just an isolated case, but a symptom of broader issues within the law enforcement system. The need for transparency, accountability, and a reevaluation of law enforcement practices becomes evident. Rebuilding public trust requires a concerted effort to address systemic flaws and to cultivate a police force that is genuinely committed to the well-being of the communities it serves. In conclusion, the refusal of a police officer to help an elderly victim exposes deeper issues within law enforcement, raising concerns about duty, priorities, and community trust. This incident serves as a catalyst for important conversations about reforming law enforcement practices, emphasizing the importance of empathy, community engagement, and a renewed commitment to public safety. As communities grapple with these issues, the hope is for positive change that ensures law enforcement is not just a job, but a noble calling dedicated to safeguarding and serving the public.